someone tried to steal our truck. Everything is going to be changing in 2024. The only thing that was a total fail, and I cannot believe that I even thought that I could do this. And it's such a gift from God to me, because that's something that I would always want, but not something that I always thought would happen. I feel like it's been a hot minute. I don't even remember the last time I filmed a video at this point, but I wanted to get on here and do a bit of a homeschool update. I wanted to talk about curriculum. I wanted to give you guys a bit of a life update. A couple of weeks ago, we did get robbed. We've been doing a lot of things on our off-grid property, and we're still homeschooling. So there has been so much going on that it's been a really good year, but also there has been things, you know, that have happened over the last couple of weeks and months that I wanted to put you guys up to speed and maybe motivate you in some way. I just feel like on this platform, we can talk to each other and relate to each other and give each other, you know, encouragement, even when bad things do happen. There's always something to be grateful for. If it is your first time here, welcome. My name is Regina, Gina for short. I am a Canadian homeschool mom. This year has been a roller coaster of a year. We sold our home in the country. We bought a 40-acre off-grid property, and we've been constructing our home. We've been living in a travel trailer, which we call home, and it's just been a very much a interesting and fun, adventurous year, but also a little bit tiring. I am definitely tired a bit, but I mean, I feel like there is so much to be grateful for in this season. So having said that, if you like those types of videos, make sure to stick around and subscribe. Before we do start, I do want to thank The Good and the Beautiful for sponsoring today's video. If you didn't know, The Good and the Beautiful is having a Black Friday sale on their website, so that's really exciting. I'll have the dates that it's going to be going on here, and there is going to be a sale on their website, but they also came out with a new series. So if you didn't know, they were going to be coming out with the Badger Hills Farm series, and there's 6 books in their series, and my son has been super excited for this. If you are someone who has been doing the level 3 language arts, their new levels, you know that they were coming out with a series, and my son was so excited for this. He is so excited for this, and he's been now reading the series. He loves it, guys. So it comes with 6 books in the series, and it's almost like a continuation with the Timothy and the 10th Floor, which is in language arts level 3. But you don't need to read that book for you to understand this series, just so you know. They're geared towards 3B, but if you have a child that's around the 3rd to 6th grade reading level, I think they would really enjoy this. There are some pictures inside the book, it's just black and white, and it's really a fun story, adventure, mystery a little bit. My son loves it. He was so excited that we got these books, so thank you, The Good and the Beautiful, for sending these over. And right now they're going to be having a sale on their website, and it's going to be a special sale if you get all the books. If you do get the series, you can save some money for a short period of time. So I'm going to have all the details here, and I'll have a special link down below that you can check out. So if you're interested in this series, and if you've been eyeing other things on the Good and the Beautiful website, make sure to take a look at the special link that I have down below, so you can take advantage of, you know, the sales going on right now. It's just in time for like Christmas, a really great Christmas gift for the holidays as well. So I'm super excited that The Good and Beautiful is having a sale. You know that they don't have sales often, but when they do, it's really nice, because who doesn't like a sale? So let's get into the update. I have a huge blessing that I want to share with you guys, something that is going to change my whole homeschool. Everything is going to be changing in 2024. And I'm excited to share with you guys. I haven't shared it with many people yet. In the end, I'll share that. But I want to start off with a life update. Guys, a couple of weeks ago, we decided to come and visit family. My husband had a couple of jobs to do here in the city. So we decided to come and visit family. My sister is visiting us from BC. So I was like, you know, I'm so excited to see my family. we decided to make the journey down, which is a very long journey. When I say journey, it is a journey. It's several hours that we have to travel. And during that time, when I'm coming into the city, because I live off grid in Northern Ontario, and Ontario is huge, like to get from one side of Ontario to the other, it takes a very long time, like several hours. We decided to, in the halfway point, we're going to stop at a larger city, a nice hotel, so we can kind of just enjoy. We've been, living in such a small space, 300 square feet, that we were actually really excited to stay at a hotel and, take a bubble bath and just like enjoy a larger space. It was like 500 square feet of space, and you're like, probably like, whatever. But you know what? Since we've moved and, really downsized, we enjoy these little pleasures so much more. Like, it's really nice to take like a nice hot shower and not have to time it, because usually we do have to time it now that we're off grid because of our water heater. Anyways, those little enjoyments of life, we enjoy it much more than before. So we were really excited that we were going to stop halfway at a fairly larger town in a nice hotel. So we came with our truck, and it was fully loaded with things because we are going to spend, several weeks here in the city. The next day, when we went to go take a look at our truck, someone tried to steal our truck, and it was not drivable. Like, they completely took out like the steering wheel, the ignition, the door was all, it was all messed up, and they ended up stealing about like $1,000 worth of things. And it was kind of sad. My husband's guitar was in there, and his 2 guitars, his jacket, other knickknacks here and there, they were stolen. Now, the stuff in the back of the truck were not stolen, and that is the huge blessing, because there was thousands and thousands of dollars worth of construction material in there, because my husband was going to work in the city. They actually ended up opening up the back of the truck for us to be able to travel and for our things to not get caught in the rain. We decided to put garbage bags on our things, so it looked like there was a bunch of garbage in the back of the truck. And before we left our property, we actually had to bring some garbage with us, because when we live off grid, we actually have to take care of our garbage ourselves. Like, we don't have garbage pickup. So fun fact, if you didn't know that. So my husband actually brought the garbage, and he wasn't able to put it at the dump in time. So the robbers actually opened up the garbage bag, but they saw that it was just garbage. So they just assumed, okay, this is just a bunch of garbage in here. So they ended up not stealing anything inside like the cab of our truck. So in the end, we had to get insurance involved, and it's still not even, it's just like happened like a couple of weeks ago. It's still not even resolved. And I'm just happy everyone's safe, and no one got hurt. And it could have been worse. They could have actually stolen our car and then taken everything in the back of our truck, and that would be so much worse. But that didn't happen. You know how it is dealing with insurance companies. It's not fun at all, but we do have full coverage. So really happy about that. But it's just been a headache, headache upon headache when it comes to that kind of stuff. And it's funny, because I feel like Canada, or at least where I live in Ontario, is not the same. I feel like the cities are not the same as it used to when it comes to like safety wise. I feel like it's just so much more violence and more people robbing each other. Where we rented out our vehicle, he said that the crime rate has been going up so much, and so many people have been stealing cars. And I just think that, everything going on in the world, with inflation and all the things going on, crime has gone up. And I just feel like Canada is not what it used to be. I think this world is not what it used, like it's just getting worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are worried about you when you're up there because of wildlife, and they're scared for you when it comes to like, bears and all these other wildlife, and you not being safe. And you get to the city, and then you're actually not really safe. There's more chance of bad things happening to you when you're like in a city with a larger population, when you're in a smaller city, and people are worried about me, out in the middle of nowhere, where, I'm actually worried about other people here in the city. Sometimes it's actually the opposite, that sometimes we think that we're safer in certain places, and it's just funny how, you know, we come into the city and this happens. But anyways, I feel like there's always a blessing in everything in life. And I feel like I don't understand why certain things happen, but I think that God can use any bad thing that happens for good. I like being positive, and I was even telling my husband that what if something worse were to happen? What if we never got robbed? And while we were driving, maybe we got in an accident, and maybe God prevented that from happening by allowing, you know, us to get robbed. I don't know if you know what I mean, but sometimes something bad might happen, but something worse could have happened that we don't really understand. I feel like when we get to heaven, we're going to find out a lot of things that God has, you know, something bad has happened, but because that bad thing happened, it turned into a blessing in disguise. I like looking at life that way, that everything happens for a reason, and always looking at the good. I'm just thankful that we're safe, and even though that did happen, there's always something to be thankful for. But other than that, we've been enjoying time with family, and it's been great here. You know, lots of home cooked meals, spending time with family. I mean, there's nothing better than that. Now let's talk about homeschool and curriculum and all that stuff. This is our 5th year homeschooling, and I feel like this year has been an amazing year when it comes to curriculum. I feel like I'm not stressed. We have a really good routine down. We have been doing good. Like, just so you have an idea, our morning times consist of our Bible, scripture, and devotional. We do that every single day. It's been amazing. We do our languages, which is our homeschool languages. We're learning French, and surprisingly, I am just so happy with how we are actually learning French. We are actually learning French. My 9-year-old, my 4-year-old, and my 3-year-old, including mom and dad. Now, it's just been so much fun learning a language as a family, but it actually sticking. You know, we are learning a lot of conversational things. Now, mind you, we do not know French. Like, it's not like it's our second language. We're all learning together. And this curriculum has made it so easy for that to happen. So I'm so thankful for that, because I was kind of skeptical about it, but I feel like this does work. We've been going very slow through it, because I don't feel like this is like, oh, we need to get it done, so we're finished by this date, you know? It's more like we are learning, and if we need to focus on a concept or anything, we will take our time with each lesson. So I've just been going really with the flow, and it's been working. It's been really, really amazing. And guys, I love homeschool languages. I've just been really, really enjoying it. Now with history and science, let's go with history. We've been doing the good and the beautiful history, and it is not their updated version. It's like their old version. I decided to give it a shot, and I am so surprised on one, how biblical it is, and how it relates to the Bible. Do I do it all? I don't. I pick and choose what I do, in the sense of, like, in a lesson, if I feel like there's just too much in it and it's just a lot for my kids, I will just like cross that out and be like, we don't need that. But overall, I feel like I'm excited for what they're going to release with their new edition of history. I'm really, really excited, and I'm excited to compare them side by side. We've done only unit 1 so far, so we are going into unit 2, and I took a little pause since I'm traveling. We're still homeschooling. I brought a lot of material down because we have to continue. I'm not going to take several weeks off right now, but we've been homeschooling here, and we're doing more Canadian history. I have books, and if you've watched my previous videos, you know what I'm talking about. When we get back to our land, which will be most likely sometime in December, we're back up north, we will pick it up back where we left off, if that makes sense. But so far, pleasantly surprised. In my end of year review, I will talk more about history, but so far, based on what we've done, super impressed. Now, we finished our arthropods unit from The Good and the Beautiful, and that was so much fun. It was so much fun that when we finished, my son, I guess it didn't click with him, my 4-year-old, he didn't understand that we were finished. He started to cry, guys. Cry so much because we finished. He didn't want to be finished with arthropods, but we were done it. I decided, because we were, you know, coming here to visit family, I've just really been doing a lot of unschooling when it comes to science. And one of the ways that I've been doing this is that I've taken advantage of my Zoo Box, which is a subscription. And originally I was just going to do this with my daughter because she loves stuffed animals. And with each subscription, you get a stuffed animal, you learn about that animal, and there's a bunch of different activities to do with that certain animal that month. So we've just been really, getting the box, learning about that animal, but I've been incorporating all my kids when it comes to that, and it's been a lot of fun. I'll have a link down below if you're interested. They usually have like certain sales online, so if you're interested in my Zoo Box and if you think this would be a fun way for you to do science, I'll have a link down below for it. So that's been literally what we've been doing for science right now, and then in January we'll be starting a new unit from The Good and the Beautiful. Now, we have also been doing a lot of like outings together, and one of the things that we've done so far while we've been in the city is we went to Great Wolf Lodge. We had so much fun, guys. We took a couple of days and we spent 2 nights at Great Wolf Lodge. The kids loved it. It was almost like a kind of like a gift that we wanted to give to our kids because it's been such a busy year so far, and they've been so amazing with it. Like, they love staying off grid. They do really like it. But I wanted something that we could enjoy as a family, but it's more for the kids if anything. But guys, it was so much fun. We had a blast, and I'm so happy that we were able to do that with the kids. Now, I'm also planning on doing a little bit of field trips while I'm here. I want to go to like a butterfly conservation like place. Maybe go to like the Science Center, CN Tower, take advantage of little things here and there that we can do, like field trips here that are more accessible here than up north. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Lots of like sciencey kind of trips. Now, another thing that I have been doing that's new that I've never shared before is geography. So guys, I heard about this subscription box called My Yum Box, where you get a bunch of snacks and food items from different countries around the world each month, and you learn about that country. So I thought this was like a fun way for us to do geography, and we've been doing that. I think we've gotten like 3 or 4 boxes so far. One of them was Germany, one of them was like Czech Republic. I don't know, I've been doing that, and it's been so much fun. This month, or December, they're going to have like a Christmas month where they have like a bunch of different snacks from around the world. They've done Brazil before, they do Poland, they do all of these European countries, and we're able to learn about that country in a way and then taste their snacks, rate it. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that I added that. I will have a link down below. I have like a $5 coupon code if you want to take advantage of it. But be mindful of the ingredients. Go check it out and see if that's something that you would like. I think this is a fun way to add geography into your home. When it comes to core subjects for both my boys, it's been going beautifully. Everything has been amazing. Nicholas has been so independent this year. It's been a lot of fun. Both my boys have pen pals, which have been so much fun. Nicholas even has a pen pal from Brazil. So it's been really, really fun to do that, and it's a nice way to do writing. That's been going so well, like core subjects, amazing, guys. So when it comes to like curriculum wise, guys, I feel like this year has been a year of so many wins. The only thing that was a total fail, and I cannot believe that I even thought that I could do this. Music. If you watched my previous video, you know that we wanted to do it all as a family. I had like romanticizing this kind of experience. My husband was going to teach us. We were all going to be playing the recorder, and it's going to be so amazing. Guys, what a disaster. Disaster. Like, so much noise. We're in a small space. The dogs hated the sound of the recorder, and no one, like my kids, they were having a hard time multitasking with like, blowing and, with their hands and whatnot. Guys, it was really, really funny, but also like very, very not good. Not good. So that was definitely a fail, something that did not work out, and something that I would probably have to find like a teacher of some sort up in the middle of nowhere, but for now, I think that we've put that away, and we definitely don't have kids around the same level when it comes to music skills, I'm definitely not a win there. Now, when it comes to extracurricular activities, my kids did swimming lessons during like the fall. So much fun. We have an amazing recreational center here near our home up north, and it was a lot of fun. So that was something that we were doing 2 times a week. And our schedule was kind of different this year when it came to my oldest. Because he's a little bit older now and he's in the 4th grade, because he was doing extracurricular activities and we had a lot of activities and outings that we were doing together, I decided that we were doing language arts one day, math one day, language arts one day, math one day. And you know what? That was working really, really well. We had a lot of projects that we were working outside our land too. If you didn't know, like we built a well together. We've been clearing land together. We've been just doing a lot of fun activities outside of the house that my son wants to participate in. So because we wanted that to happen, I did take more of like a laid back approach when it came to like math and language arts. And we were doing like one day language arts, one day math. One day language arts, one day math. And that worked really well. And we're going back to our normal schedule now just because winter's coming and there's not so much stuff we can do outside. So he has been doing like 2 times a week now. But that's what I love about homeschooling, the flexibility to make things work. So don't be afraid to do that. Like, like change things up a bit. It's not that bad, like, to work with your schedule and your routine and seasons of life to make things enjoyable. And things are still getting done. We've been doing amazing. We're doing year-round homeschooling. I've been loving it. So far, so good. This year for Christmas time, we're not doing any formal curriculum. A lot of things have happened over the past weeks. We're just focusing on core stuff and, like some electives here and there, taking it pretty easy and just doing some. If I do take advantage of something, I'm going to take advantage of like some free stuff that I've gotten online that I'm going to get. I actually have a link for maybe like free things that you can take advantage of with Begin Learning. So I'm going to have a link to that down below if you want to take a look at it. If you're into like free things, I don't know if they'll have holiday things there too. But if I do things, it's going to be a lot of like free things, going to the library, picking up books to do with Christmas time and just doing that. A lot of people sometimes ask me if I'm reading anything in particular as well, because sometimes I get asked that. And the book that I've been reading right now is Dumbing Us Down. I just picked this up. I haven't even started it yet, so I haven't been reading it yet. But this one really interested me. I've heard good things about it. Let me know if you've ever read this book. That's the book I'm reading right now. If you're reading anything right now, let me know down below. I sometimes like adding things to my Amazon cart and after picking it up after I finish a read. So that's what I've been reading. For my final announcement, and one of the things that I'm really, really excited about. When I first started my homeschool journey, guys, I was away from my family. I moved into the country, so I was far away from family. I didn't have anyone that could help me with the kids. When I was homeschooling, I mean, if you have family and they help you, I'm sure you can say that like it's so amazing to have help. It's so amazing for not only to have that help physically, but emotional support as well. I've never had that before because I've always lived very far away from family. And I always thought that I wouldn't have family near me ever. But in the summer, my mom decided that she wanted to buy a home near me, up in the middle of nowhere. And she was looking around during the summer, and she decided in the summer to buy a home. And guys, my mom is going to be close to me. I'm finally going to have family near me. And I've never had that before. I am so excited to have my mom near me. I could cry. I think I will cry. It hasn't like synced in yet that my mom is going to be my neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're always going to have grandma there and grandpa. And it's such a gift from God to me because that's something that I would always want, but not something that I always thought would happen. And it's finally happening where we have family near us, and I don't even know how that feels like yet. So I'm super excited that I'm going to be spending a lot of time at grandma's house, especially now that it's the winter and it's we knew that my mom was going to move close to us. So we didn't prep our land the way it was supposed to be prepped because we didn't want to spend too much money prepping the land for temporary living. Like my mom speaks Portuguese. The kids are going to speak more Portuguese with my mom. My son, my oldest, in my opinion, he speaks really good Portuguese and he can have a conversation in Portuguese. That's because of my mom. And as much as I want to speak Portuguese, Portuguese is not my first language. It's not something that my husband and we always spoke in the beginning of our relationship. So it's hard sometimes for us to speak Portuguese all the time. So it's going to be so awesome for my kids having grandma nearby. And of course, you guys are going to see that in my vlogs as well, and, you know, and certain things. So guys, I'm so excited that my mom is going to be near me. That's going to change everything. 2024 is going to be a good year because grandma is nearby. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, that huge blessing. So guys, that's a little bit of an update of what's been going on. I have been MIA here on this platform. If you want, you can definitely check out my second channel. I actually have a recent video there just sharing how we got to our land and our whole process of us, you know, seeing our land for the first time, my husband prepping the land. It's almost like an extension of this channel here. Because it definitely has to do a lot with our lives, and it's just encouragement with off-grid living and that kind of stuff. So if that's something you're interested in, I will have a link down below. And guys, that is my update. Thank you so much, The Good and the Beautiful, again, for sending me the Badger Hills Farm series. We love it so much, guys. Take advantage of the sale if you would like. The link will be down below as well. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I don't know how active I'll be here in the next coming weeks. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I've just been really enjoying my family for a little while. And with everything, all the craziness going on, it's definitely been a season of a lot of rest and just kind of like taking it easy, spending time with family. And that's what the holidays is about, right? And I hope that you have an amazing holiday coming up. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.